Good evening, everyone. This is Rooftop Sports, and here we are for some Mariners baseball. Mariners are looking to redeem themselves after a disappointing loss yesterday. As the Mariners lost that game, I believe it was 6-4. Mariners scored all of their runs on home runs, literally solo home runs, 2 by Canzone, 1 by Brendan Donovan, and the other by Luke Raley, which was a bullet. And lots of social media panicking going on, saying that the Mariners are doomed. They're trying to tell you, oh, yeah, you can't just say it's one game, which I do agree. But let's also not kid ourselves that Mariners always have their problems against the Cleveland Guardians. But yes, Mariners should at least fix their mistakes. And I do agree that the Mariners shouldn't have put in Matt Brash. No, they shouldn't have put in Gabe Spire. They should have put in Matt Brash. He is the better pitcher versus, unlike Gabe Spire for that situation, especially when you're going up against the likes of Jose Ramirez. And don't get me wrong, that was actually a really good pitch by Gabe Spire. It's just that Jose Ramirez is just freaking Jose Ramirez. Now, I'm just going to go straight into the lineup. Here's for the Cleveland Guardians. Got Steven Kwan, De La Tour, Jose Ramirez, Manzardo, Bo Naylor, Rhys Hoskins, Caiphus, Arias, and Roquillo. And for Seattle, we got Brendan Donovan, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Rosarena, Luke Raley, Dom Canzone, Cole Young, and Leo Rivas. So the Mariners are looking to redeem themselves. And before we get this game started, it's going to be, you know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also donate to the channel. And for the pitching, we've got George Kirby against Gavin Williams. Those are going to be the guys that will be pitching today. They're trying to say, Julio's trying to say he's trying to be the best player that he can, but he's got to work towards it because he certainly didn't show it yesterday. All right, maybe I should gotta do some YouTube short thing. Gonna do a short to let everyone know that I'm in this game. Game 2, time for some Mariners baseball. And let's not go 0-2. Let's finish this at 1-1 going into the weekend. Are you streaming the game or just talking about it? I am just talking about it, doing my live play-by-play. I cannot play the game. I don't have the rights to do that. I am not going to do that. Game is about to start in 2 minutes. And a lot of complaints going on by Mariners fans and just baseball fans in general. I mean, the Mariners in 4 games against Cleveland, there's going to be 2 different times where if you don't like subscribing, you have to pay a total of like around $50 by the end of this weekend for the Mariners. Now, people are saying that this is a Mariners problem. It's actually a Major League Baseball problem. Denali, I am still full. Maybe you want to consider for a Dodgers. And you still haven't told me how old you are, man. East Valley on my Twitter says, but please give us $100 to watch all games. By all, we mean some. Yeah. And Mariners are now taking the field. And this taking the field is going to be brought to you by SeatGeek. Use my $20 or use my promo code RoofTopSports to get your $20 off the purchase. George Kirby's on the mound. He was the Game 7 pitcher of the American League Championship Series. He pitched okay, I can tell you that. Last season, he was 10-8 with a 4.21 ERA. It was not his best season, but he did miss about 9 to 10 starts because of injuries starting the 2024 season, just like the Mariners are starting the season without Bryce Miller. How can you say you're full? Well, because the person's not here yet. Yes, I do. Going to be by 7:30. George Kirby, his pitches are a four-seam fastball, a slider, sinker, knuckle curve is something he's been trying more, a splitter, and a changeup. He should probably mix those up. Should probably try some changeups and splitters, especially as long as they are effective. That's the thing. Stephen Kwan's going to be the leadoff hitter. I can't promise anything for now because I still have people that I want on my show, and there are times where I just want to do it by myself. Sometimes if none of my friends are available. Jose Ramirez was the hero of yesterday. Well, the Rams and Dodgers are just not relevant. Oh man, look at the Astros. They are off to an atrocious start, losing to the Angels. Are the Angels the forces? Now, let's not kid ourselves. These are the first 2 games of a season. Let's not forget about that. And now it's going to be play ball. Second game of the season. Stephen Kwan's going to be up. Mariners are the favorite to win this game according to the money line. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball, and we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. And the pitch. And that's going to be right down the middle for a strike. I don't do favorite subscribers. I don't play favorites. No, they're going to play for at least splitting. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to Donovan. Throw to first. It's going to be in time. No, Guardians with a chance to win the series today. No, they are in the position to at least tie the series. And we got some engagement coming on. Sid Rocks, how's it going? It's been going good. Hope you had a good offseason. I spent my offseason doing Sonics basketball content. And the defense alignment is about the same from yesterday. And now we got Lay Latour. He is up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. It is a 4-game series. I don't like 4-game series. I hate 4-game series. De Latour is batted 278 last season. He had 2 home runs last night. And now here's a fly ball drilled to right field. And that is gone. That went over the wall. That's going to be no, I think it's going to be a double. And I think this one might be a challenge. No, it's a home run. Chase De La Tour has hit his 3rd home run of the season already, and it is now the Guardians 1 and the Mariners nothing. What a start for Chase De La Tour. Oh my goodness, what has just happened? I wonder if De La Tour is actually available in my fantasy baseball league. I'm going to try to take a look at him because he's off to a really good start. He is not available. My friend the McLovin has him. I wonder when he added him. He added him this morning. And now here's Jose Ramirez, and that's going to be a strike. And now here's the pitch to Ramirez. And that's going to be a strike, and that's going to be strike 2. Let's just hope that's another oopsie, but let's not forget, Mariners. And now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a diving effort by Cole Young. Throw to first and scoops up, and that is in time. Nice play by Cole Young. And that is going to be 2 outs. 2 outs, that is. Cole Young with a nice play. Cole Young, great play. Now here's Manzardo up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. De Lauder is the name. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. De Lauder, he actually played. This is his first full major league season, the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He had to go. He did not go, and that's going to be 2-1. And now it's going to be 2-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now the 2-2. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Chase De Lauder has been off to a really great start. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss right down the middle. Strike 3. And that's going to retire the side. But Chase De Lauder does hit a home run to give Cleveland the 1-0 lead. Now it's time for me to play some commercials. De Lauder has hit another home run. Yeah, that's 3 home runs in 2 games now. Yes, it is. That is correct. What's your take on starting to just walk De Lauder? You know what? Why not at this point? Just do it, right? Tony, how's it going? One of my biggest fans on my Facebook page. He's tuning in onto the Facebook. Yeah, it's going good so far. But Mariners are down 1-0, and I know that you noticed that I do a lot of Sonics posting, Sonics content. So yeah, not only am I a Sonics fan, but I'm a Mariners fan. Did he only have 29 last season? What are you talking about? You talking about shows or home runs? And we're back from the break. This is Gavin Williams. He had a pretty good season of 12-5. Now here's Brendan Donovan. That's going to be up high for a ball. I don't think anyone is really expecting a home run out of him today. He's not really much known to be a home run hitter. And now the pitch. Check swing. He did go. That was on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Logan Gilbert. He got the strikeouts. Now the pitch. But he allowed some pitches to hang in. But that's how I feel about every single Mariners starter. They are all number 2s at best. I don't think we actually have a bona fide number 1. And now here's the 2-1 pitch. And now it's going to be a foul ball. Make it 2-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. And that's what we like about Donovan. He really does work the count, which is why he's a great addition. He's already a good addition so far because he can work the count at least. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Yeah, Kevin Kirby, you make a point that Brian Wu would be the only number one in my opinion. Yeah, I don't blame you for that I don't blame you for that. Now it's 3-2. And now the pitch. Up high for ball 4. Take your brace. And Brendan Donovan gets on base with a walk. Now we got a man on first. Cal Raleigh and Julio. I wonder if they're just gonna, I wonder if they're going to swap that someday. I'm not sure. And now the pitch to Cal Raleigh and a swing and a miss hitting the dirt, strike 1. Cal Raleigh made a lot of history last season. Hit 60 home runs, only catcher to do so. And now the pitch. And he gets jammed up and popped up and fouled. Cal Raleigh, home runs as a catcher. 49 home runs, while 11 of them was as a designated hitter. And even then, with the splitting time, he still got 49 home runs out of it. Now the pitch. Ooh, just misses it for a ball. And that's going to be 1-2. Cal has not looked good. Was even bad in World Baseball Classics. True. Tony's saying Cal needs more patience at the last few at-bats. He really does need to do that. That is true. Now we're at 1-2 for the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. Let's see if he can get a big hit here. And now the pitch. And inside for a ball. Now it's 2-2. Cal Raleigh trying to be a little bit more patient this time. After being behind in the count. Now it's 2-2. Julio Rodriguez will be on deck. As we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And ball 3. 3-2. Cal Raleigh is really working the count this time to give them some problems. And that was so close with that frame job. They really tried that. Ooh, that was tough. Now it's 3-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's going to be well out of play. Who do you want the Sonics to bring home? I liked Ballmer, but he just built the Intuit Dome. Before that, I would have sold the Clippers, so he didn't have to compete with the Lakers. Honestly, I think Steve Ballmer just never cared about Seattle. Let's think about it. He was already a hated figure when he was in Seattle in Bellevue, when he was CEO of Microsoft. Hold on, we got a 3-2, and now here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs. What do you like about the Kraken people? I've heard that they have gotten some criticisms, but I'm really curious to hear anything about the Kraken people. But yeah, Ballmer, he didn't really put that much effort into saving the Sonics. Like, why didn't he just buy the team at the time? But at the same time, he was CEO of Microsoft, so he would have had to transition to be a chairman, which he could have done. I think anyone would have taken that job. And now here's the pitch to Julio, and that's going to be low for a ball. No, yeah, so and Ballmer, his efforts to save the Sonics wasn't that great. Yeah, so yeah, Ballmer does shady business. No, I don't think Ballmer is the right guy. He's not exactly a smart business guy either. As we're at 1-0, and now the pitch. Up high for a ball. Now the throw to second, and Donovan's just nailed. He was out by a mile, and now that is 2 outs thrown out by Bo Naylor. And now it's going to be 2 outs. 2-0 for Julio Rodriguez. Donovan really tried, but Naylor just made a really great throw, and he was out by a mile. I don't really think Donovan's really much known for a base stealer. Now we're at 2-0. I think at this point, Julio just launched one. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 3-0. Maybe just walk it, I guess. Maybe see if Josh Naylor can get you home. Now the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. Now we got Josh Naylor up to the plate. It's up to him to see if he can get Julio. And you know what? I would challenge this. Maybe get Julio to steal, so that way Josh Naylor's single can just get Julio Rodriguez in, especially with 2 outs. You know what? Give Julio a chance. I would steal the base right now. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. I told you to steal Julio. Now the toss the second. That's going to be in time. And I don't like what Julio's doing. He's just goofing around. And now that is going to retire the side. Yeah, I was thinking like Julio should have stole that. Julio should have tried the stolen base. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. Let's see if anyone else has actually used my code. I really want to help you guys be able to afford some Mariners baseball tickets, but you guys aren't necessarily taking the chance, so that's a shame. Would have had first and third with shortstop taking second. Yeah, pretty much. Shohei Ohtani is pitching to himself. Does everything. And we are back from the break. Cleveland leads 1-0 right now. And now here is the pitch by George Kirby to Naylor, and that's going to be inside for a ball. When is the next time you're going to go to a game? I'm going to go on April 17th. And now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be popped up into right field. Who's got it? I think that's Cole Young. No, it's Luke Raley's calling for it. And he makes the catch. Kevin Kirby says, it's so funny watching people's reaction last night on Mariners' loss. People were criticizing the Seahawks after the first loss of the season, too. And they won the Super Bowl. My opposition on that comment is The Mariners are not the Super Bowl. They're not exactly in the same league as the Seahawks. So let's take it down a notch right there, buddy. And now here is Reese Hoskins up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be right in there for a strike. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. I mean, people have the right to overreact. They do. Mariners do this all the time. They're a volatile team. They play on volatility. That's why, which creates volatile fans. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be a strikeout for George Kirby. And now we've got one down. That's his second strikeout of the game. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Cleveland Guardians do have a pretty formidable lineup. Let's not kid ourselves. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be ground ball, foul. Also, this is my second game of the season. The magic number is now 98. 98 is the magic number. Now we're at 0-2 for Kaifas. Now the pitch. And he really tried the frame job. And that's going to be 1-2. It's Kaifas. That's his name. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And now that's 2-2. Now it's going to be a ground ball, foul. Kevin Kirby says, let's just say this. You work 6 months or school. You're going to be crazy good when you get back to... Depends. Mariners have to still do their thing, though. That's the thing. Now it's 2-2. Now it's going to be kind of a broken bat right to Rivas. Now the throw to first. And that is in time, and that's going to retire the side. An easy 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners, and we're going to go right to commercial break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Are we also going to account to the fact that the Mariners usually have their problems against the Guardians and the Yankees too? I think we got to put that into account. Hunting and Fish Boys. Yep, go M's. Let's get that win. In 20-something years, they haven't made it to one World Series. Seahawks have won Super Bowls. Storm won championships. Sonic's potentially coming back. We got a hockey team now Patience is running low for M's fans. I think we're just frustrated. Exactly. But yet we have all these Mariner fans policing other fans on how to be fans. And I've got this experience out of these other content creators by the Mariners. They just say, oh, yeah, you're a negative fan. Okay. And then there's this whole thing about fake fans. Like, if people want to overreact, they should be allowed to overreact. If people want to be overconfident, they should be overconfident. No one should get blocked all over people saying things. People just got to relax on what other people say. Fuck Cleveland. Kraken haven't done crap for 5 years. Vegas went to the finals in their first year. That is true. Kraken have only made it to one playoff, and I don't even know if the Kraken are going to make it to the playoffs this year. And now here's Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. Naylor tried the frame job, and it did not work. Good thing it didn't. Let's see where the Kraken are at. They are not in the playoff picture quite. Now the pitch. That is inside for a ball. Kraken are now 10th. So they are really running out of time. Who are we going to miss more this year? Gino or Polo? Definitely Polo. Now the pitch. Both of them. It's going to be up high for a ball. 3-0. Does anyone want to think that Arozarena is going to take a step back? I think he's going to take a step back on this one. Just watch. All right, 3-0. Let's see if he takes a step back. Now the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. Nice at bat by Randy Arozarena. And now we've got a man on first base with nobody out. Now we got Luke Raley, who did the nuke Raley last night. All right, who do we got? Yeah, Polanco and Suarez are going to be heavily missed, but on a batting standpoint, definitely Polanco. Hey, man, what's up? I'm Jaron, longtime Cleveland Guardians fan. Nice of you to join us. Now here is Luke Raley up to the plate. Now the pitch, it's going to be throwback to first. Would you rather have a bad NBA team or no team? Definitely bad NBA team. Then let's just tank. Dom Canzone's on deck, hit 2 home runs last night. But now it's Luke Raley. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field. He's still running, but he makes the catch. It was at the warning track, and Randy Arozarena has to go back. Now the throw to first, and that gets away, and oh boy, Randy almost got himself into problems. Just only one game so far. He's had 2 home run games before, so I wouldn't. I'm thinking maybe around the 20s. But yes, he has potential to hit 30, no question. Now we got Dom Canzone up to the plate. Canzone with 2 home runs last night. Let's see if he can do it again. And now the throw to first, and that's going to be not in time. I mean, it is 2 games so far with 3 home runs, but good start for him. And now here is going to be the pitch, and here it is. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-0. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 2-0. Don't have Apple TV, so can't watch, sadly. Well, there's the purpose. That's what helps. That's what it's for. And now it's 2-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be well towering, popped up to second base. He is there, makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs already. Cole Young is now up to the plate. Now it's 1-0, or it's 1-0 Cleveland. Got 2 outs. It's up to Cole Young. He is hitless so far at the start of the season. Now here's the pitch, and that is a strike. Not really much of a reason to challenge the call, even though it was outside the strike zone. Now Cole Young is batting .211 with 4 home runs from last season, that was. Now the throw back to first, and they're really trying to keep Randy Arozarena at first base. Fans are not happy about it. And now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. I heard there's a team rule. Cal, yeah, only Cal can do it. Yeah, now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now the 0-2, low for a ball. That's going to be 1-2 for Cole Young. Now we got 1-2. Now the pitch, and strike 3 called, and he knew it. And that's going to retire the side, and we are going into the top of the 3rd inning, and this game is kind of breezing along.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. Yeah, it's very painful game so far. I got people messaging me saying this game is pathetic. Kick the tires on Cole Young. Call up Emerson, please. But then Emerson could have the same problem too, although he is off to a good start. I'll give him that. No help permitted from staff or player, so it's all up to Cal Raleigh to do it. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for George Kirby. Angry Mariners fan says Williams has 0 control and we can't score. Honestly, this team might lose 100. And now the pitch. It's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball, 1-1. Seattle has so many bandwagon fans and Seahawks and Mariners. Kevin Kirby, define bandwagon fan. Put it in there. I want to know what you mean. Now it's 1-1, and that's going to be a foul ball. I define bandwagon fan. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field. There's Julio, and he makes the running catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. Oh, Ian, so here's the thing. I already agreed that Joe Kramer is going to be on. So if he's not on by 8 o'clock, I'll let you in. I don't like allowing 3 people in at the same time. It just gets chaotic. Now the pitch for Stephen Kwan. That's going to be a ball. And now it's going to be 1-0. And now the pitch. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And now the pitch. And that's going to be 3-1. That was on the inside. And 3-1 pitch. Foul ball. That's going to be strike 2. Do you think you beat the Dodgers if... No, not at all. I think we would have gotten murdered by the Dodgers. I don't think we would have beaten the Dodgers. No, I don't believe it. Now we're at 3-2. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a liner to left field. That's going to be some trouble. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And Stephen Kwan gets to first base with a single, 2-out single. And now we've got Chase DeLauter. He's going to be up. And I think you should just, I mean, you don't want to, although you want to intentionally walk him, but the problem is you got Jose Ramirez on deck. So you really can't. I mean, the Blue Jays almost did, and they choked. Toronto did take it to Game 7, though. And here's Chase DeLauter, and now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. George Kirby's trying to pitch away from him. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And check swing-ish, and that's going to be foul, strike 2. Yeah, you can say that. But Dodgers still would have been a tough team, especially when Ohtani usually hits well against the Mariners. Now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and DeLauder gets out. And that is going to retire the side. Go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chase DeLauder actually does not hit a home run this time. And it's still going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still 1-0 Cleveland. All right, so Kevin Kirby. So we're going to go back to this. So bandwagon fan to you means you root for a team when they're good or don't when they're bad, like how many people watched the Mariners before last season's run. I think that's a little bit misinterpreted. But here's the thing. But it's based on the fact that Mariner fans are criticizing. I think if you're criticizing the team, somehow you're still called a bandwagon fan. So I don't think that's necessarily true. Teams follow, because if you have fans that are going, "Oh, Mariners suck, they're such a joke," then I think you're clear. I don't think that's really what bandwagon fans all about. I know what you mean on the definition, but I don't think that's necessarily true of what's really going on with these Mariner fans. Luke Raley almost had Chase DeLauder's home run. Yeah, he was actually very close. And of course, that fan interferes. Yeah, of course I remember that. Look at that snow in Mount Rainier. Now is Leo Rivas. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. I agree with the criticism, but people who don't watch then watch, well, I don't know what to say. Gifting a few subs. Very flattered. You shouldn't have. Give some donation. I'm just kidding. Spare change. Spare change, sir. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Thoughts on yesterday's game overall? Had a ton of home runs, but guard more hits. I mean, Mariners live and die by the home runs. Offense is volatile. Click the link and receive 4. Click the link. First 4 receives 1 month membership. Yeah. Why don't you guys all do that? Make it happen, people. He's trying to gift. And, oh, that's a strike, and that's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. And swing. That's a foul ball. I don't see the link. That's the thing. Now you got me curious of where I even see this link. Oh, here's a fly ball to deep right field, and it drops it. He drops it, and now Leo Rivas, he's going to try to go to third base, and then they'll throw to third, and it is not in time. I think that's going to be an error. The right fielder absolutely dropped it, and now you got Rivas at third base. I wonder if they're going to credit that as a triple, or is that going to be an error? They're counting it as a triple. And it was a huge run, but he missed it. He just absolutely dropped it. That was De La Tour, the Lauder. It was definitely not a routine catch. Yeah, I guess you have a point. And now here is Brendan Donovan. That's going to be popped up, and I don't know if that's going to be enough for Rivas. It is not going to be enough. And he makes the catch. I think Donovan should have tried bunting it. Yeah, they should have bunted. Donovan should have bunted. He could have gotten Rivas home. Now here is Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, up to the plate. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. That's going to be ball one. Now the pitch. Low for swing and a miss and a strike. All right, so Joe Kramer is not coming on. He just confirmed that he is not coming on, so Ian, my friend Ian wants to do it. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And Ian, I just sent you the link to get on. Dumpers at 2-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. A very lazy swing by Cal Raleigh. And now it's 2-2. I think that the electing not to bunt is becoming a huge lost opportunity. No, they cannot hit worth of you know what. And now the pitch. Now there's going to be a ground ball foul. He didn't even have to swing at that one either. We're at 2-2. 4 seconds left on the clock. And now here's the pitch. And it's going to be a foul. And Cal Raleigh is just chasing everything. Now it's 2-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to be 2 outs. Now Julio Rodriguez is up to the plate. Having fun watching strikeout after strikeout. Now I think those MLB voters weren't so crazy after all on choosing Aaron Judge for MVP, as we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And he's probably just going to hit a bomb, and now the pitch, or at least try to hit a bomb. That's going to be inside for a ball.
You're funny with that one. Julio can't hit any better than Cal. Come on now.
I mean, he's like going to try to hit a bomb, but he doesn't have to. All he has to do is just poke somewhere. I don't even know if he wants to do that. Now the pitch, and look at that, swing and a miss, strike 1. They're just chasing everything.
It's time to fire Seitzer. Edgar needs to be just all-time hitting coach. There's a disconnect between the two of them when you watch these at bats.
Yeah, I mean, Seitzer's more of the analytics, and I don't think Edgar is. Now the pitch and a swing and a miss at the dirt, and that's going to be strike 2.
I mean, we're given a lucky triple, and look at this. We can't even produce off of that.
Donovan should have bunted. That's all I'm going to say. As we're at 1-2 for Julio Rodriguez. And now the pitch. Now it's going to be a foul ball. I mean,
Super
at least
late on the ball.
That's the thing. We also have to remember that Julio is an atrocious hitter until the weather gets better.
Well, no, he's atrocious until the second half. I guess, yeah, you're right. The sun gets better the second half of the season. And
that's what I meant, yeah. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss right down the middle, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. Time for me to rant on my Instagram stories. Oh, here we go. At least people get to watch the behind the scenes, technically. Yeah. Mariners got gifted a triple, and then 3 up and 3 down after that. Donovan, who should have bunted, he popped out. Okay, fine, whatever. Cal Raleigh with lazy swings, strikes out. Julio, trying to hit home runs, strikes out. They can't even make contact.
We talked a lot this offseason early in it, and I said if we don't make moves, we're going to be worse than last year. The pitching is good, but it's when we can't even score 3 runs. I mean, what good is pitching? But I said we needed a true third baseman. Donovan would be great at second. Cole Young is just not there yet. He's not good. You have Leo Rivas. He can be good, but he is truthfully a bench utility player. He shouldn't be starting. Canzone obviously can show big power, but last night was a fluke. He's not going to do that every night. And then Raley is just awful in the outfield. If you saw him dog the pop fly yesterday and right, that made me like genuinely angry that he didn't try to get there. And it's just, we don't have a good full team. I mean, Cal Raleigh last year, if you look at the second half, I thought he deserved MVP because he's, again, a catcher hitting 60 bombs, not because he was hitting good. The dude not hit.
When you have a batting average of 240, that is easily going to be used against anybody. You lost 80 home runs on losing Gino and Polo. Should have brought at least one back. They should have brought both back.
Well, here's the problem I have with Polo. He couldn't play the field. Yeah, he's a decent DH. Sure, we bring him back, but not at that price. As far as Suarez is concerned, dude was awful yesterday in Cincinnati. Sure, he made a nice clutch hit, but I mean, in the WBC, but ultimately, I don't think either of those were the long term. Sure, you could bring him back again, but at what? Like, you want to build, you want to stay young, you want to get better. I would have gone out and gotten somebody else for this year.
And we are back from the break, and now George Kirby against Ramirez. Now the pitch, way inside for a ball. That is going to be ball 1.
My other big gripe here that I'll say in between counts, Wu should have been the first pitcher that we threw out this year.
Now the 1-0. And that's going to be ball again. Kirby's trying to pitch away from Ramirez.
Yeah, going inside on Ramirez can be really, really risky.
Really is. As we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike this time. Cal Raleigh sold it on the frame.
Do you like the new strike challenge thing?
No. I don't like it. I'd rather complain about bad calls. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. He's had a good fielding day at least. He had a nice diving stop.
My big issue with that strike thing before you get to this is if you watched the Giants game earlier, saw the clip of Judge's home run, 2 pitches earlier, it was less than a half of a centimeter off, and they called it a ball. And I said right there when the ump called that a strike, would have been a strike. He doesn't hit a 2-run shot. That's all I got to say.
But did they use the challenge?
The other team did. Yeah, the Yankees
Oh, they
did.
did. Oh, that's right.
And you can go if you want to.
Oh, it's gonna be that was a swing and a miss by Manzardo, and that's gonna be a strike. As we're at 0-1, and now the pitch. And that's a liner, and that's gonna be a foul ball. Watch
What was
out.
that? What was that comment that you just put up on the bottom of the screen?
What did you think about going after Bregman, or having anyone else in mind? I mean, Bregman, but the thing is, we know that John Stanton's not going to pay the big bucks. Now the 0-2, and that's going to be low for a ball. That's why I gave up on. That's why I gave up on trying to say, "Hey, Stanton or Mariners trying to get Alex Bregman." It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
I wanted Bregman. He would have been a nice addition.
As we're at 1-2, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and nope, Cal Raleigh. No, changes his mind. The umpire changed his mind. Very indecisive.
Oh.
Cal Raleigh
no,
called
that
it.
that's
No, it hit the dirt. Hit the dirt.
yeah, but that's not the point. That should still be a strike.
No, he
Okay,
fouled it and it hit the
got
dirt.
it.
Yeah, so
I got
umpire
you,
had
yeah.
a point. Now the 1-2. That's going to be a
I
foul ball.
I
Still
thought he was
indecisive, though.
I thought he was waving off the pitch in general. I was like, oh, wait, hold
No.
on, sir. He swung. Strikeout probability 50%, Apple says.
Now we're at 1-2. And low for a ball, 2-2.
He's thrown 54 pitches in 4 innings.
That's not good. It's actually not as bad as Logan, but it's kind of creeping. And now here is a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to be 2 outs. And I think for a second, George Kirby thought that was the 3rd out, which is why he was walking that direction. Kevin Kirby goes, how much stock do you put into early season struggles and success? For example, here's the thing. Mariners never play well against Cleveland, so I think I'll be ready to panic after the Yankees series. And now if they stink after the Cleveland and Yankees series, then I'll panic. Now the pitch. But at the same time, you still want to at least play half-ass decent to at least put yourselves in momentum for the next series.
I'll just say this right now. If we struggle, if this month, if we don't win over half our games, that will come back to impact us in October.
As now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young. Nice fielding, throw to first in time. And that's going to be the 1-2-3 inning. But the question is, can the Mariners respond? And for you, buddy, it was a 3-game series. Did Cal take forever to get his first bomb? He took until the Detroit series. So he struggled in the home opener against the A's.
Yeah, Randy was the only one I remember hitting a homer in that series.
Yeah.
It was a walk-off. I mean, the biggest thing is just if we struggle...
You say your thing. Let me do my story.
I mean, biggest thing we needed to do was...
1-2-3 inning. Nice fielding by Cole Young. A strikeout by Kirby. But can they, the Mariners, provide run support for George Kirby? He's actually pitching pretty well.
I mean, the biggest thing is that we didn't execute last season, and when it came down to it at the end of the year, I mean, we got in the wild card, but we wouldn't have been in that spot if we can beat teams early in the season when all these teams are fresh and struggling. I mean, this is the time you win games. I mean, if we lose a lot of series at the start of the season, then you're expecting us in August and September. We have to basically go perfect in those series. We can't give up that. And if we do that again this year, I promise you, every team gets a good run. Last year was a beautiful year. It was nice, the moves we made at the end of the season, but we got to be practical. Before August started, we were out of it. Like, we got hot in August as a team, and we got good last year. People seem to fail to remember that July was not a good month for the Seattle Mariners last year. We were not that hot before that.
Yeah, that's why they made that trade for Eugenio Suarez, and that seemed to be the turning point. Let's not forget, even adding Josh Naylor, that still did not instantly rejuvenate the team.
No, and I'm glad we have Naylor. That was a huge re-signing. I wish we had gotten after an outfielder. And I mean, even now, I mean, there's some young guys out there, and it's like, we lost to Castillo. I mean, we still have Bryce Miller. I mean, somebody's interested in veteran pitching. I wouldn't be opposed to us getting rid of it.
Yeah, too much to bank on. That's a very rare thing, by the way, Kevin Kirby. Let's not put the Mariners. Let's have the Mariners not put themselves in position to having to do that.
I'll respond to what he just said under there before he pitches. Yeah, Cleveland went on a hell of a run. Did you watch them in the Detroit series get absolutely manhandled? Like, they were up in games, and Detroit acted like they didn't even need to try till the ninth. So I don't think Cleveland is that good. Detroit fell off at the end of last year.
Now the pitch to Naylor. And now check swing, a really just questionable swing. Throw to first, and that is in time. And Josh Naylor, what kind of swing was that?
Yeah. I mean, they obviously had that series, and we ended up playing Detroit, and it was a struggle bus for us. But, I mean, Cleveland didn't look good. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not call them the Indians because that's what I view them as. I don't call them their Guardians name. So, I mean, ultimately, I just wasn't impressed. This swing by Naylor, though, just to go off this is not a horrible – that almost worked. I mean, 2 steps away. I mean, I'll take something. It's better than striking out looking.
It's going to be 1-0 count on Randy Arozarena as he's watching a ball. He's actually been one of the more efficient hitters on the Mariners today, believe it or not. Now the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. 2-0.
I have seen something different from Randy this year. I don't know if you've noticed it, but he looks a little bit more disciplined at the plate now than he did last year.
That's like saying, hold on, the 2-0 and 3-0. That's like saying the crap that I took last night was better than the crap that I took the night before, but he's still not making any big hits. But at the same time, putting him at not leadoff was probably the wise move. The 3-0 and ball 4, take your base. What world do we live in now? Randy Arozarena is now at first base with a walk.
He's trying to show that he is our leadoff hitter and needs to be put back by getting on base.
And then when you put him back on leadoff, he's going to strike out the Storm.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to moving Julio to 5, Donovan down to 3 or 2, moving Cal back to 3, Donovan to 2, and trying Randy at leadoff. Just something.
Cal really should be at 3. Yeah. Now here's Rayleigh to the plate, swing and a miss. And I think it's because Dan Wilson was overthinking, where he was like, "Oh, I wish Cal was before Julio in that ALCS." But I was like, "No, Julio just shouldn't have. He just shouldn't have swung like that." And he was swinging dirt. Now here's Luke Rayleigh. And now here is going to be the 0-1 pitch. Oh, the fact that he even dared to check swing that, and that's going to be 1-1. It is a ball, though.
Manager of the year odds should be vote. Don't even look at Dan Wilson. This club isn't even worthy of manager of the year.
And now it is going to be 1-1. Now the throwback to first, not in time. Are we in an alternative universe? That's how I feel about Randy Arozarena. And then it's going to be 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And Randy was going to try to steal that. Tony says, what do you guys suggest about batting order? I would at least switch Julio and Cal. At least do that. And I think you're good after that. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Are there other good options out there? They're challenging it, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And this could be the strikeout if they get it right.
No, he framed this. Yeah, that's a ball.
And loses the challenge.
The move. Well, that's good. They only get one more, I believe.
Are there any other good options out there for managers on the streets besides Masson? How about Joe Madden? But he's getting older. That's a thing.
I don't know that it's the manager at this point.
You think it's Jerry just calling all the shots?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 2-2. Now throw back to first. Not in time. But yeah, the problem with Jerry Dipoto, he's been constructing this Mariners offense as if we're in the Kingdom still. If we're in the Kingdom, sure, it works. And it's also the philosophy that he's making him hit as. And now a runner goes, and now it's going to be a foul ball.
I don't
But it
like
was down the middle, so
swing.
but it was down the middle, so you had to.
We had him going though. He was going to he was at least going to get himself into scoring position.
But he was at 2-2, so he didn't really have a choice, especially if he put on 2 outs. You can't really trust anyone. Well, yeah. Where's the Rayleigh no bunt? Why is he not bunting? He bunts. He used to in 24. Now at 2-2, and now the runner goes again and swing and a miss, and now the throw to second base. Randy Rosarena is safe, and now once again we got runners in scoring position. Go get Bruce Bochy. I mean, he did win the World Series for Texas Rangers, so why not? But he's also kind of an old fart.
No. No. Bruce Bochy had a wonderful team when Texas won that, and they also played the worst team ever to make the World Series in the Diamondbacks. He doesn't have it anymore. I mean, that's like saying we might as well get Tony La Russa out of retirement if we're going to try that game.
Nah. Now here's Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. The problem with Canzone, it's either he hits a home run or he strikes out. That's literally Dom Canzone. He doesn't really have a middle ground.
The average is such a lie. 300.
Yeah, because he didn't play enough games. 80 games now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And Bo Naylor is really trying to sell it on the frame.
I don't understand the way he's trying to receive this ball on these, just coming from someone who caught in the college. It doesn't make sense. Now, granted, he's in the majors and I'm not, but I wouldn't do this.
Now we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be ball, and that's going to be ball 3.
I give him the red light here.
Red light.
Yeah.
But the guy who's going to be up next is going to be Cole Young, though. So that's the other thing you have to consider. So maybe take the chance. I don't know. Now the pitch. Low for ball 4. Doesn't matter. It was a bad pitch. And I think this is Edgar telling them how to do the adjustment. I think maybe him and Seitzer had an argument.
Well, it doesn't make sense. Like, I noticed when Edgar came back, we had better approaches. I mean, obviously, everyone's going to make bad swings. But, like, when Seitzer was there to start the season, it seemed like whatever Edgar had done the season before at the end of the year, we had just started to hit again. And then Seitzer comes in, and I'm not blaming it all on him, but it just seems like there's a disconnect between the two. And I'm going to side with the one who has done it before. We hit good with him. Also, the one who has the DH award after him, who never hit under 300 his entire career, but maybe his last year. And I think he hit 298 or something up there.
He hit 260. He hit 260.
Yeah, well, 260 his final year, and the rest were, 300 plus? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the guy who actually could hit for average than an analytic guy from Atlanta that barely got one World Series in with that team that should have won at least 2 or 3.
I know. Some guy from Twitch is asking for my YouTube channel. Here you go, drummer dude. If you want to be part of the chats. Now here's Canzone, or Cole Young, because Canzone had walked. Now the pitch to Cole Young. That's going to be a foul ball. That was a really good pitch to swing at, and he just fouls it.
He's so late. I don't understand how, as a team, we're so late.
He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Canzone played in 82 games, batting 300 with a 358 OBP. That's inflated as it gets. As we're at 0-1 now, the pitch, and he reaches, or he gets inside. That's going to be fouled again. 70 pitches for Gavin Williams, and you would think with that pitch count, the Mariners should be getting to them by now.
No.
As we're at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right field, and that is going to be gone. That is a 3-run home run for Cole Young, and the Mariners have now taken the lead. That is his first home run of the season. What a blast by Cole Young, and it is the Mariners 3 and the Guardians 1. And as much as this entire game we were complaining about the Mariners offense, Cole Young gets one nice swing, and next thing you know, it is 3-1 Mariners.
That's a nice thing to see. I thought either way, like when he squared it up, I thought at least we're getting a run off of it. But that thing carried, so that was good. Hey, production. But again, look at what that was. Those were 2 walks in a row that helped us. Like we need to be patient in hitting here, not just Julioing it and calling it into the dirt. Our best hitters should not be the problem on this team.
Well, hopefully they'll pick themselves up eventually. Now we got Leo Rivas, who's also one of the forces for the Mariners. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball popped up to left field, and you just had to kill the mood, didn't you, Leo Rivas? But that's going to retire the side. And
We
Ian,
got some runs.
we did get some runs, and here's my feelings on that. Let's give him a round of applause, right? All right, I'm back, and yeah, as you can tell, my Instagram has kind of been doubling down, including my Facebook, because I'm trying to, quote, diversify.
Are you now?
Yeah, because the whole
love it.
YouTube growth is getting a little boring now.
Yeah, I mean that's good. You're gonna get a big, group from everyone, and I think that's what we're all here for, right?
Yeah, now it becomes a what if. What if Rooftop Sports invested in Facebook and Instagram back in 2023?
Well, now it's a what if is what is what is the plan with Rooftop? How big are you gonna try to get? Are you gonna try to like overtake some of these other channels now?
I don't really think about that, because what I've learned is when you compare yourself to others, it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, how'd your slow pitch go this week? Where'd you play? Where's your league, I guess?
Tacoma, I was overall, I think I was 2 for 4. The second game was key for me. I walked the first 2 at bats, just like Randy Arozarena, and I drove in 2 runs when it was 12-9. So I made it 12-11, and that's what led to eventually winning the game on a walk-off.
Hey, that's pretty good. Are you at Comeback Sports?
How'd you know?
Well, there was only that's the only other league I know. I play down at the Puyallup Rec Center, is where we're playing on Wednesday nights for league. I had to pick up for the fireman team. I think we played 2 games and I was 8 for 8. So just having a normal good weekend.
Oh, flick of the switch. This guy has to be so flick of the switch.
I like flick of the switch. No, Comeback Sports is good.
It is good. It has taught me a lot of things, and we are back from the break. And George Kirby's still on the mound. I'd like to see him go at least 6 innings for sure. Maybe the pitch count will justify now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. He has 57 pitches so far, so I think he has a shot.
I would have challenged that.
Flick of the switch says I have a following from Mexico. It's true. Now the pitch. I'm even getting.
Sorry.
Reese Hoskins. I guess so. Funny. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And he reaches. That's going to be popped up. And well out of play.
You said you are getting what? Well, you have the big Asian population for viewership, don't you, Rooftop? Like when we were doing the Otani games earlier.
I was getting I was getting Japanese audience, and I guess I'm getting a Mexico audience too off of Facebook.
Hey,
Guard's coming back though. Don't worry. I am. Of course. I believe in the Guardians. The pitch outside for a ball.
Who said Guards are coming back?
This guy. I mean, it's not crazy to think about it. Let's not kid ourselves.
No, tomorrow's going to be a good game. I'm excited to be there tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to go to the game then 2-2.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to be there on the 17th, so hopefully we cross paths.
Probably. I'll be there tomorrow and on Sunday.
Well, you know where I'm going to be the next 2 days.
Where?
Right here. Now the pitch. It's going to be popped up, and is it playable for Cal Raleigh? Way out of play. And how about the Angels? They are embarrassing the Houston Astros.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Trout looks like prime Trout right now. So as long as he plays like that, they'll be good. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be playing up at Skagit Valley Playfields doing some co-ed tournament softball.
I also think, and thanks for the invite, but I do think that the A's are still the sleeper team. Now the 3-2.
You're correct in the sleeper. I'll invite you when it's my team. I get picked up for co-ed mostly. Mine are going to be in July and August, and then we'll have rooftop out, and we can make a little channel video of us playing some co-ed.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
It's the
ferry
ferry
meal.
boats. It's the ferry boats.
It's a joke. It's probably like $25.
Well, the question is, oh, sorry. Are those nachos or was that
I don't even know.
clam chowder?
I don't know, but you know, here's my best advice. If you want to get your value out of food out of $25, go to Chinatown before the Mariners game.
Wajimaya, baby. Best place to go before the game.
Oh, yeah. Those Asians don't mess around.
No, they don't. And it's good price.
Now it's 0-1, now the pitch. Now, I will say, if you're someone like me, if you know what I mean, at least go with multiple people. I'm just saying, just based on experience. Not experience, but based on what I've read.
What, for going to Chinatown or the Mariners game?
A little bit of, mostly Chinatown, especially on an off game.
Yeah.
As we're at 1-1, and now the pitch. And he went around. Yep, even the umpire knew it. What do we got here? Wait, the A's are supposed to be good this year? I mean, they are spending the money now. They are retaining their players. Went to hardback for Super Bowl, spent $18 on a decent can of. Eesh. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. How about this? Just go to a convenience store in Chinatown, just get a can of beer and call it a day.
True.
What is wrong with these people? Just get buzzed before you go to a game. No, but some people want to impress people by saying, "Oh, hey, oh, you're so pretty. Can I get you $18 beer?" Ooh.
I think I've only bought a beer at the Mariners game once. I still am tempted to buy a wine bottle because I think that's the most despicable thing I've ever seen in T-Mobile is the wine center.
Don't even get me started. 3-2. Fouled ball.
Nothing better than a nice cab sav on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, Vietnamese pork sandwiches are fire. Let's not kid ourselves either.
Yeah, they are.
We're at 3-2. To Kafis. And now the pitch. Low for ball 4. Take your base. Now we got runners on first and second with nobody out. Ian's got to be somewhere. It's nighttime in Seattle. All right, so we're gonna. All right, well, hopefully Ian's back real soon. George Kirby's now struggling in this inning. 14 pitches with no outs to show for it, which is not exactly any good. And now here's the pitch. And here's going to be a ground ball. Could be a double play ball. No double play. Throw to first in time. Now you got runners on second and third with just one out. And it looks like I lost Ian. He looks like he disconnected. Yep. Got some confident Cleveland fans here. And now the pitch for Rocchio, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike one. Tough inning for George Kirby so far. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Oh, and that hit him, and that's going to be take your bases loaded. But the good news is there is an opportunity for a double play. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike to Stephen Kwan. And they got to get out of this inning quickly because we've got De La Tour up to the plate, and he is very dangerous. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that actually might get in a run. Here's Randy Arozarena makes the catch, and is anyone tagging the throw to the plate? And he should be nailed, and that is going to be a double play. What a boneheaded decision by Rhys Hoskins, and that's going to retire the side. Like, what was that? Nice heads-up play by Randy Arozarena and Cal Raleigh, because Hoskins was testing Randy Arozarena's arm, which he really doesn't have, and then Cal Raleigh made the easy tag. I mean, I'll take it. Mariners had a scary inning where the Guardians had 2 men on with nobody out and got to the point with bases loaded. And then Mariners got a double play off of a boneheaded running decision by Rhys Hoskins, testing Randy Rosarena's limited arm to get thrown out at the plate. And we are back from the break. Gavin Williams is still on. And now it's going to be Brendan Donovan up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And now the pitch. Inside for a ball. As now we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now the pitch again. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. And Gavin Williams has been struggling to locate the ball. And now it's going to be a strike for Cal Raleigh. He's up to the plate. He's got a chance to do some damage. Hopefully he can. Now it's 0-1. Now the pitch. And now it's going to be low for a ball. Now it's 1-1. And that is a strike. Mookie Betts gets this year started with a 3-run bomb. That's true. Come on, Hal Bowley. What? What are you talking about? Don't you mean Hal Cowley? Ah, there you are, kid. Now the pitch. Oh, foul ball. You didn't really... Well, what you missed was you missed a failed sacrifice fly attempt by the Guardians because they were really trying to test Randy Rosarena's bad arm. He has a really bad arm.
What are you talking about? That was the strongest throw I've ever seen in my entire life. That was a missile to home.
Do you know what that makes me believe? World Series, baby!
I do too. No, I had an important work call for emergency I had to take. Sorry about that.
1-2. And foul ball. Cal Raleigh's just reaching.
Yeah, I'm kind of stupefied at how lazy that throw was and how slow that dude must be because it passed him and Cal still had time to grab it and go over and tag him.
Man, it's going to be 1-2. And the pitch. Oh my gosh, swing and a miss, strike 3. Cal Raleigh is just brutal.
Don't worry, he's definitely going to hit 60 bombs again this year.
Nah, he's going to hit more like, I think he's going to hit more like 33.
I don't think he's going to even hit 30. I think he gets 15.
15? Okay, come on. Let's not.
I'm being
That's
real,
a hot
dude.
take. You think so?
If he can't hit, it's going to be a struggle all year.
I guess so. Here's Julio. Way up high and inside for a ball.
My other hot take is Julio doesn't get hot in the second half, and we're going to be stuck with a dud.
Oh.
I know Mariners faithful hate me right now.
Good. The 0-1-0. Let them. Did he go? Oh, he actually went. Well, I might, after this, when we go into commercial break, we might as well show that World Series, baby.
That was by far the best thing that's ever happened in my life.
And this channel.
Yeah,
And fouled again. That looked like a home run pitch, didn't it?
it really did.
2022 Cal Raleigh was still hitting almost 30 bombs, though. But his on-base percentage was, pretty bad.
Hey, look, guys, we got a new sign up in the rafters. Woohoo!
Wait. Dumbledore clap. Now the pitch. Oh, come on!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
That was his pitch right there.
Did you see how late the ring up went on that? Oh, no, Julio.
Julio, brutal.
In other news, let's watch the Angels game break as Trout has done it again.
Yeah.
So Angels and A's division leaders. Now that is what I like to see.
World Series, baby.
Baby.
Oh, and Reese BC remembers it, but because we love Hanny, baby.
Yeah.
And yet Chad hasn't been here since. That was like his going out with a bang moment, the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be pathetic.
I just think that was his moment. Like, Chad knew he had one thing in him, and he used it all then.
It's too bad. Well, here it is anyway.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro. When Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying. Like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby. He's going to come and save the Mariners.
He didn't save the Mariners. Spoiler alert.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, it's too bad that he's not here with us. He's just on Twitter going on a rampage about it. But yeah, that was like after a random loss against the A's when the Mariners were pretty much just downward spiraling at that point. And then I was letting people in, and they go, "Yeah, World Series, baby."
A night I shall never forget. And I'm pretty sure we lost that night, too.
We did.
Cream to the top of that game.
Remember the Dodgers game where I joined in after a nap, and I just looked at the score like, "Oh, my God, they're losing." I'll go on. Let people vent. I think that was also an iconic moment.
Yeah, it was. I think we were down like 12-0 at that point when you came.
It was like 8-2, but even then, for the Mariners, that's like hammered. Yeah, they got hammered by the Dodgers. I should have invited you to that quiz night by the Marine Layer podcast, but I mean, knowing that you drive everywhere for work, you probably wouldn't be able to make it.
I don't know. It would have been. It really depends. If I'm in the area, I try to go. It looked really fun. Do they do that a lot?
No, it's like I think it was like a once-a-year thing. Because they don't really have time, because knowing that this is their career pretty much, I guess, at this point, they don't really have time.
I'm glad you won it, because you know a lot of Mariners history.
2 out of 4. I was 2 for 4 in those tournaments, and I was actually second place on the ones I didn't win.
That's crazy.
The only one I got killed on was the 2025 season, but that was all because of recency bias.
Yeah.
They just happened to answer the questions quicker than I did. Kirby challenged, and looks like he won because De La Tour is Kirby's trying to get away from him. Now here's a ground ball right to Cole Young. He's been busy. Throw to first in time, and Ian connection problems. He'll let me know when he's back. Now we got Jose Ramirez. He is now going to be up to the plate. Batting .283 from last season with 30 home runs. And that's going to be a strike, and that's going to be 1-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. Jose Ramirez almost had a 40-40. It's going to be a ground ball right to Donovan. Throw to first in time. And that's going to be 2 down. Remember the Mariners choke job to the Twins last year? Not really. I guess I prefer not to remember it. Now the pitch. That's going to be a ball outside. Cal Raleigh was hitless in his first 3 games against the A's last season, and he didn't really start picking it up until the Detroit series. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the 1-1. It's going to be 2-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and that is going to retire the side. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for George Kirby. That is strikeout number 5. Going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's time for me to do a quick diary story. Good to see another 1-2-3. An easy 1-2-3 inning for George Kirby, including he has now 5 strikeouts. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. Oh, you're back. It was an easy 1-2-3 inning by George Kirby, though.
Yeah, my entire power shut off and then came back on, and I'm charging my phone, and I'm not using my computer right now because I'm at my parents' house. So, oops.
When did you do that commercial, and did you get free burgers? No.
I think Rooftop gets any free stuff when his Sahara Pizza or his burger commercials come on.
I should. I mean, it's happened before. I once got a discount for my birthday for a bowling night for a birthday party, so yeah, I'll take it.
How's fantasy baseball going for you, Rooftop?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, now that I'm on the computer, I got to add you back, which I was waiting for you, bro.
Yeah, I completely forgot to respond. I sent it, looked, and I was like, oh, he booted me. There goes the season.
Well, the only bad thing is your buddy, or my buddy for you, he drafted Cal Raleigh in the first round.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the team, but I want to play, so we'll figure something out.
Yeah, you figure it out, man. All right,
Oh,
now
does
we
your
got
buddy not
Randy
playing
Rose.
anymore?
Oh, he's willing to give it up. He doesn't really care.
Oh, well, so he should have drafted a team he wanted to keep.
Yeah. All right, let's go add you.
And the 1-1 pitch is low for a ball.
It's going to be 2-1 for Randy
Holderman.
Rosadena.
Holderman is not amazing, but their closer sure is. Ooh.
And now the pitch.
You know,
Inside, nearly hit him.
I gotta give Randy credit here. I mean, if he gets a third walk tonight, I'll be super impressed.
It'll be funny. It'll be more funny than impressive as we're at 3-1 the pitch. Oh, they're gonna challenge it.
I really hope they do, because this will be their second. They're done. They're gonna lose this challenge. This thing is outside for sure.
Talk about huge desperation. Yep, bye-bye.
That should be the last one. That was way off.
I knew that was way off.
Steven over here is eating his paper because he's so upset on that challenge.
Yeah, as he should be. Guardians out of challenges for the game. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So my fantasy baseball team, I'm winning so far against the defending champions. And this time I learned not to stick a phone in his face when I beat him last year in the regular season, because he beat me in the finals. Now the pitch, low for a ball. I was taunting him. And then when I was beating him like 10-0, he was like, he gave me that face of, you just signed your death warrant.
Yeah, fantasy baseball last year was rough. My team, I drafted for a different style league, and yours takes a different kind of draft.
It does, as we're at 1-1 for Luke Raley. Throw back to first. And someone even suggested me to combine saves and holds, if that's even possible.
It is. I just have mine set up to do different, so each individual game matters, not the entire week. How yours is a cumulative thing. Holy goodness, Randy.
Randy, what are you doing?
I didn't know Ricky Henderson was on our team. I have never seen that before.
No, me neither. Now the pitch. And now bunt lays down. That's going to be a foul ball. And now you can't bunt anymore unless you want to strike out.
Who knows?
Would you rather have the Mariners go for Donovan or Marte?
Tell Marte 100%.
He actually missed. He actually missed on the bunt.
I would really love if we had gotten Ketel Marte and Brendan Donovan. That would have been pretty huge for this ball club.
Yeah, but the Mariners don't do that.
No, we don't like to spend money. Come on now. We've never liked to spend money. That's why they let Griffey walk, A-Rod walk, Randy trade. They don't want to pay them the money they deserve.
Now we're at 1-2, and now the pitch. And does anyone notice, like, after I made the video saying, yeah, A-Rod deserves forgiveness, everyone's following me. And guess how much credit I'm going to get? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a sacrificial lamb.
Trying to get it.
Now the 2-2. Now here's the fly ball belted to deep right field. That is gone. Second home run for Luke Raley. And the Mariners now have a 5-1 lead on a 2-run home run by Luke Raley. And I think Randy Rosarena kind of helped on that one, just annoying the pitcher, threw him off. And Luke Raley with 2 home runs. And now it's those bottom feeder hitters doing the contributions for the Mariners offense.
Give this man Julio's salary. I mean, I'm telling you, we live and die by the home run. This team can't get a base hit, but sure, we'll put a ball 350. Easy work.
Talk about a team of volatility.
Oh, yeah. High five the police. Yeah, we love to see that.
Yeah, high five. The pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Randy.
Real question. Can Rooftop lift the Trident, or will it be too heavy for him?
Oh, aren't you going to say that? Now here's Canzone 1-0. And that's going to be a foul ball. He was really trying. You can feel it.
I think he knew it from the pitch. What? Did you see that on your TV too?
Yeah, he knew it.
No, the strike zone moving all over
Now
the
the 1-1.
screen.
And that is going to be a strike. That's going to be 1-2.
5-1 lead. Love to see it.
Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Canzone, what?
I think Bo Naylor's going to be hurting here for a second.
That's true. Let's hope he's okay. Speak of people getting hurt, remember how much I was dogging on the Mariner fans for being like, hey, let's not cheer George Springer getting hurt. Let's not do that. Sounds like a bad idea, opening Pandora's box. Oh, yep, yeah.
I just think it's funny. We talked that night prior. I was on your show, and I said he's going to come back to pay us back later in the series. And whoever else was on the show with us said that's not going to happen.
And 1-2. And now he chased for it. Bad swing and throw to first in time. Not a good swing by Dom Canzone. And Dom Canzone's another example of volatility. Like, after, just one game, everyone's like, oh, Canzone could be a 30-40 home run. Let's calm down.
I just did the math. We have 6 home runs on the season, and I think we only have 2 normal hits.
That is correct. Hey, someone's already a diehard Brendan Donovan fan. Here's Cole Young. Going to be outside for a ball. Just the awkward moment where all these bottom feeder hitters are getting home runs before our core offensive players.
Well, maybe move them up in the orders. Spark a
No.
fire between Julio and Cal.
Nah, leave him. Leave it as is.
Even the Yankees moved A-Rod off the 4-hole when he struggled.
It's true. Probably around 2006, 2009 seasons was when he was starting to show his peak. He had already peaked, with the exception of 2007, 2-0. Up high for a ball, 3-0.
Yeah, he wasn't great in 09, but then you look at the 09 playoffs, and I believe he had 10 home runs in that playoffs.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Absolutely insane.
As we're at 3-0 for Cole Young, the pitch. And, yep, that was a strike, and you knew that was going to be. And by the way, you may have missed it yesterday, but Rooftop Sports had a record-breaking day in 2023 home opener. Hold on, let me get to it. And the 3-1. And that's going to be a pop-up. He seemed to be late on that one. And makes the catch. That's going to be 2 outs. 2023 home opener, 85 views. 2024, 335. 2025, 268. And 2026, 1,000.
1,000 views, huh?
It was definitely a record-breaking day for me.
How many we got tonight? 5?
Yeah, we only have 5 viewers, whatever. Now here's Leo Rivas, the pitch. Outside for a ball. And by the way, one of those rounds that I won in the Marine Layer podcast, I actually won opening day tickets. But of course, I ended up just giving it up to a friend because I'd rather do this on opening day. Now the pitch. Another thing I should have done is I think all of us should have done like that Dave Niehaus Welcome Back Baseball, where you say something, Trident says something, a friend says something, he says something. I think my version, so I saw Raise the Trident do it. I really liked it. I did respect it, where he had all the Mariner content creators doing their thing. Here's the pitch. But mine's going to be dorkier. Mine's going to be like, there's Vader saying it, and maybe I'll have someone saying it in a different language.
Do it.
Yeah. But if the Mariners make the playoffs this year, I'm going to do like a "you gotta love these guys" kind of thing, where you say "you gotta love these guys."
I mean, that would be pretty cool. I'd love it.
Yeah, bring back some '90s stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what the NBA is trying to do now. The 1-2. I mean, look what they're doing. They're trying to bring back the Sonics, sort of.
Well,
And
they
then the
brought back
WNB.
NBC, they brought back Michael Jordan. NBA is hurting. They need their legends.
They need the nostalgia and that merchandise of the Sonics. And then how about the WNBA brings back the Houston Comets? That's how much they're trying to go back to nostalgia. 2-2 for Rivas. And that's going to be a foul ball.
I am really excited for the oh, stop. Why would they show this clip?
It's like trauma written all over it, man. Like, what is it? What has it got to do with it?
What does this have to do with the Seattle Mariners, okay?
Well, it does. What does the
No.
Springer home run got to another pitch? Oh, and it gets away. What does
like, what
the
does it have to
Springer
do with
home run
today's
got to
game?
do with today's Mariners game? Oh yeah, I'm upset. Now, don't get me wrong. No knock on Springer. I mean, good for him, but
Oh,
why is Apple TV bringing this up? Now the 3-2
they run
and
him up
strike
top
3
corner.
called. Oh, he's gonna challenge it. I don't know if I would have burned it on this one, to be honest. On 2 outs. But you do have Donovan coming up, so I can see why. Oh, just barely. Yeah, umpire's doing a good job today. I mean, I hate to say it, but the umpire's... he just... There he goes. Power probably went out again. How about Luke Raley, the Nuke Raley, stepping up? A 2-run home run to put the Mariners up 5-1, and Mariners really do live and die by the home runs, don't they? Volatility of Mariners offense. It's so beautiful. Like I'm telling you, this offense is constructed as if the Mariners are in the Kingdom. Jerry DiPoto and Justin Hollander still thinks we have the Kingdom. Yeah. Someone responded saying, I hate Apple TV so much. Can I blame them? Nope. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. And we are back from the break. And now the pitch. And Eduardo Bizzardo is on the mound. Now it makes sense because they're trying to say the last time Bizzardo pitched was when he gave up that home run to George Springer. So that's what it was. So it kind of understands, but it just hurts. Now the pitch to Naylor, that's going to be a foul ball.
That makes sense then. Well, Kirby had a good outing. 1 run, 6 innings, 2 hits. I mean, that's what we like to see.
90 pitches going into the 7th inning. I think that's not a horrible. I mean, when you're up 5-1, I mean, that's kind of an easy decision to make. Now, if it was like 3-1, then maybe try to test him out for one batter to see where he's at, and then make that decision. But now the decision's already been made. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. I think it's going to be after this. If everything stands, I think it's going to be Bizzardo. And no one really remembers how much of a season Bizzardo really had. 5-0, 82 strikeouts, 180. I mean, he was unbelievable. It's just that Springer got to him. Like, I will take it to the grave. I don't think it was the worst decision that Dan Wilson ever made. I
think Wu had him. I don't think Bizzardo did, but I think Wu would have got him.
You think? I mean, Wu was already kind of struggling too, so that was the other problem.
It's true.
So it was kind of, honestly, I think even if you kept in Wu, put in Brash or Mooney, for whatever reason, I still think
Munoz might have gotten him, actually. Munoz might have blown him, but then you don't have a closer to end the game.
Yeah, so there was really no, I honestly think there was no right answer. I think the biggest problem I had was Julio striking out in the 9th inning. Swinging at the dirt was I was more upset about. The 2-2. Yeah. I mean, I think Springer was just due anyway. Like, there was really no right ansers. Now you could say that you could have kept George Kirby one more inning, but Blue Jays were really ripping him apart. Kirby was just getting lucky. Now the 3-2. Ball 4, take your base. I have a better one. How about don't blow your games at home when you're up 2-0? How about that?
I mean, what was that? Kirby in game 3 gave up 8 runs?
Yep, and then Mariners lost to freaking Max Scherzer.
Well, Mad Max, when he's hot, he's hot. What are you supposed to do at that point?
Even when he's like 40 years old.
Yeah.
Now he's got next batter. Here's Hoskins, the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go.
Reese Hoskins looks like a freaking math teacher these days.
Yeah, I could see that. Or maybe some middle school basketball coach. Now the pitch. That's going to be a strike.
Josh Naylor, America's hero.
Now we're at 1-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field, but Rayleigh's going to be there. And makes the catch. That's going to be one away. Hello, Daniel Barry. How's it going? They're still selling World Baseball Classic gear. I'm pretty sure no one's going to buy those anymore. At least for another 4 years.
No, it's every 3 years.
3 years, that's right. You know that Dominican Republic lost because they can't really go up against good pitching. That was the problem for them. I mean, did you look at, but here's the thing, when they played South Korea, you knew that South Korea was trying to pitch anything but the strike zone. If you saw that game was torture. Yeah. And Julio contributed 2 of those runs. The 1-0, swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 1.
Dominican could be the best team if they could hit good pitching. I mean, that power is insane.
Robbie Ray by far. That was way worse than Bizzardo. Bizzardo still wasn't a horrible decision, the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And here is Naylor, or where's the communication talk? And that's going to be 2 outs.
Ray wasn't a bad decision either, guys. Just people don't understand that Cal called 2 of the same fastballs up high. He missed the first one. He hit the second one. I wouldn't have thrown a fastball. I would have thrown him low and away. And for some reason, Jerry Poto and who was that, Scott Service at the time, thought throwing 2 high fastballs was a good idea. Bizzardo needs to clear out on that. It's never his ball, and it's either Naylor or Donovan. That's just awful, Mariners.
You know, that's the same way that Edgar Martinez got hurt in 1996 when he was playing third base for a time. There was the pitcher. I don't know if he got out of the way, but there was like not much communication. I think Edgar didn't. I think he tried to say I got it, but John Marzano, the backup catcher, wasn't paying attention, and that's why they collided. And I think I still have that clip. I should probably find it, but it's gonna take me a while to look for it.
Yeah. That pretty much ended Edgar playing the field at that point.
The 0-2. Ooh, strike 3 called, and that's going to retire the side. And we're going to go into the bottom of the 7th inning, stretch time. And actually, Edgar was just taken over for a temporary basis because they were out of third basemen at the time. But anyways, time to sing the 7th inning stretch. I'm going to do it right now. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because they're up 5-1. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hello, hello, hey. Oh, no, we gotta go. Yeah. Hello, hello, hey. Oh, today said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she's waiting for me. No, she's not. Watch a ship across the sea, and I'll ship all alone. And never think I'll make it home. Hello, hey. No. I go. All right. Is it flying hawk dog time? I think that's usually what it is. And we are back from the break. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. And the pitch. And that's going to be a ball again. And I did find that clip of Edgar Martinez getting hurt as a third baseman.
We got what, Brendan Donovan?
And now it's going to be 2-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now it's going to be 2-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And now we're at 2-2. The pitch again, and swing and a miss. Strike 3 hits the dirt, and that's going to be an out. And Ian is gone again, and he is back again, and he is gone again, and he is back again, and gone. Now it's going to be Cal Raleigh up to the plate. What can he do to withstand against his struggles? Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Last year was insane from going one game to another, just 100 yards away. I imagine NFL doesn't budge, given Sundays are pretty much their day. Now the pitch, inside for a ball, but honestly, maybe they don't change schedules. Who knows? And now we've got 1-1 for Cal Raleigh. He has struck out all 6 times. All 6 at-bats. That's pretty alarming. It's going to be strike 2, and he's another strike away from making it 7 in a row, which is kind of terrifying.
Maybe he should have been in the cages instead of making the Hal Bali commercial.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe that's the curse.
The curse is 60 home runs last year. He did something that most guys never are going to do in their career, and it drew away from the problems at the plate he had because he was averaging a couple home runs.
Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. Man, Cal Raleigh is just brutal to watch. Oh, and that hit off of Cal Raleigh. That's why there's a little hesitation going on. They're trying to make sure that he's okay. Yeah, he could be in pain, but he is still going to bat either way. Maybe this could be the turning point for him. And now the 2-2. And that, oh, strike three. Call Cal, challenge it. Challenge it. Challenge it. That was off, man. I think he should have challenged it. As a sports fan, it was off yeah. Now here is Julio. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's 1-1. And now the pitch. Oh my gosh. He swung right at the middle. That was literally a meatball. Now we're at 1-2, the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and foul, but could be playable. And it is going to be playable. And he makes the catch, and brutal. 0 for 3 on those core hitters. 1, 2, 3. Just absolutely brutal. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. Ugh. Didn't realize that Cal Raleigh actually lost out on challenges. And we are back from the break. Matt Brash is now on the mound. And that is a strike. Matt Brash is on the mound, in case you were wondering. And that's going to be a ball. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. And now that's going to be a blooper. And that is going to be caught by Julio Rodriguez. Unless he trapped it, but he made a nice catch. And that's going to be one down. Oh, no. He trapped it. Looks like they're going to challenge the call. Seattle is going to challenge it. And here's Julio. Oh, yeah. I think he has it. You would think that's the first out of the inning. Still reviewing it. It looks like it might be. They're still reviewing it. They're still taking their time. They're saying it's a very close call. Still reviewing it. They're really taking their time. Well, looks like it doesn't look too good. Well, looks like they're calling it against it. Looks like it might stand. It is a catch. It is out. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing? No fly zone. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And now the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. The 1-1. And that's going to be a ball. Now the 2-1. And now here's going to be a fly ball. Should be playable. Here is Luke Raley. Has to dive, and he's not going to make the catch. He misses it. And that's going to be a single. Yes, they are brothers. They're absolutely brothers. He just couldn't get in range. Now here's the Lauder, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch, it's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is low for a. That's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Tough inning for Matt Brash so far. Oh, he makes the catch, and Luke Raley makes the catch this time to redeems himself. I wonder why they're talking about Aaron Judge. Oh, they're talking about Julio Rodriguez robbing a home run. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1 to Jose Ramirez. And you would think if the Mariners, if they can stand this, but if they do remain in at 5-1, I think Andres Munoz is going to be the closer. Now the 1-1. Outside for a ball. That's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball, and Julio's going to be there. And he makes the catch, and that is going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and I got to go to the bathroom.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza.
All right. Let's get to close to finishing this, shall we? And we are back from the break. We're doing a game break, and it's the Dodgers for Mookie Betts doing Dodger things as usual. Now we got Josh Naylor up to the plate, and now the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that is going to be caught. What's new, right? Randy Arozarena is now up to the plate. He's actually had a really good game so far. He has walked on all 3 at bats, so talk about efficiency. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to center field and makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 easy outs so far for the Cleveland Guardians. Now here is Luke Raley. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That gets away. What can Luke Raley do? Now the 1-0. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now the 2-0. Now here's going to be a liner. Oh, right to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. It was a really nice hit. Just happened to be well fielded. And now we're going into the top of the 9th inning. It is buckle your seatbelts time. We are going into the top of the 9th. Mariners with an opportunity to get their first win of the season. Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food. Come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. Ugh. Andres Munoz is now on the mound. The closer, one of the best closers, if not the best closer in baseball last season. Also an all-star, the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to deep left field. And a Rosarena, does he? Nope. He probably should have jumped for that one. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Way up high, and that's going to be a ball. Oh, yeah, that's what they do when Andres Munoz comes in. They bring in the flames. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch by Mooney. And that's going to be 1-2. Had a lot of engagement tonight. And that's going to be 1-2. And now the pitch. Ooh, way inside for a ball. Could this be a long inning? I would hope not. And swing and a miss and hits the dirt, but the throw to first, that's going to be in time. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that is going to be a base hit. And now we got runners on first with one out. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Now we got 0-1 on Hoskins. And now the pitch, way up high for a ball. Munoz is showing his volatility as well, as much as the Mariners hitters. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. And that is going to be 3-1. And the pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. 2-2 so far. Now we're at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. He does not go. And that's going to be 3-2. And that's going to be 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. And fouled again. We're at 3-2. And the 3-2. And strike 3 called, and that is going to be 2 outs. And now it is time. If I were you, Mariner fans, get up on your feet. Former Mariners, David Bell. These were all Mariners to Indians or Cleveland. Gutierrez, Richie Sexton, Cliff Lee even. Going to be outside for a ball. Now it's Kafus up to the plate. Now working a 1-0. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. We got some Sonics fans there. You guys see Sonics fans right there? I got to put it on there really fast. And the picture did not work. Now the 1-1. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and this should do it. Field it and throw to first in time, and the ball game is over. The Mariners will get their first win of the season behind good pitching by George Kirby, and also not only good pitching by George Kirby, but also, okay, let me start. The Mariners win behind great pitching by George Kirby, home runs by Cole Young and Luke Raley, and a good way for the Mariners to get on the board to finally get that monkey off their back. It took 2 games, but sometimes better late than never, or never late is better. So yeah, good win for the Mariners, and hopefully that they will win tomorrow themselves. It's good to get that off your back. Gotta give credit to Cole Young for his good defense, and credit to Luke Raley for hitting the home run. That second home run of the season. So we've got the unusual unsung heroes stepping up to hit the home runs. But I gotta get going. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow. Since there's not many people on here right now, I'm just gonna take off, and I'll be back for tomorrow's game. And now my magic number is 98. Tomorrow it should be 97 as the magic number. Thank you very much for being here. And I am going to take off right about now, and go Mariners. What a win for the Mariners. If you intend to go to the next Mariners game or any event, use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off the purchase. And go Mariners.